Your teenager used to tell you everything: the car rides, the bedroom floor at 10 p.m., the play by play of who said what at lunch. You knew their friends, their crushes, their exact thing that made them cry in third grade. And now you get a closed door, a shrug, and I'm fine that you both know isn't the whole story. Let me tell you how far it goes. Last week, I pulled into the Chipotle by my son's school. He's a high school junior. He looked up, saw a couple of kids that he knew through the window, and before I even parked, he said, "Nope, drive somewhere else." I laughed, but he absolutely did not. That's where we are. I've become temporarily deeply embarrassing. And here's the part that nobody says out loud, the part that actually makes this hard. They're still your whole world. They can pull back, roll their eyes, vanish into the room, and you're still standing in the kitchen, loving them exactly as much as you did when you carried them on your hip everywhere you went. So you lie awake asking the real question, not why won't they talk to me, the bigger one. Will we ever be close again? I'm going to tell you the answer to that. But first, I have to tell you what's exactly driving this, because it's not what you think. And once you see it, you'll stop taking it personally tonight. I've spent 25 years inside of high schools watching this exact thing happen to good parents and good kids. And I'm living with it right now in my own house with my own junior who won't get a burrito bowl with me. So let me show you what I can see that you can't see yet. When your teen goes quiet, there are really two fears braided together. The first, is this normal or is there something actually wrong with my kid? The second, quieter one, even if this is normal, does that mean that I've lost them? I'll answer both, honestly. But let's start with the thing that unlocks all of it, because once you understand why they pull away, everything else stops feeling like rejection. Here's what almost everyone gets wrong. They think teens pull away because they've decided that their parents aren't cool anymore, or because the outside world got more interesting than home. That's a sliver of it, but that's not the engine. The engine is insecurity. High school runs on it. It's the water that kids swim in every single day. And I don't mean it as an insult, I mean it developmentally. A teenager's brain is wired right now to be painfully aware of what everyone else might be thinking about them. Psychologists have a name for it, the imaginary audience. The teen genuinely feels the spotlight on them at all times. Everyone's watching. Everyone noticed the one weird thing that they said in second period. And that's how you get a kid who won't walk into a Chipotle with his mother. When your teen believes the whole world is watching, everything becomes a performance. What they wear, who they're seen with, and yes, being seen doing something as ordinary as picking up dinner with you. In their head, that's evidence that someone could use against them. It isn't about you, it's about the audience they think is out there. Sit with that, because it changes everything. Your teenager isn't pulling away from you. They're managing a fear of being seen that has almost nothing to do with you. You just happen to be standing inside the spotlight they're trying to dodge. And here's how you can tell it's true. Watch the same kid at 2 different times a day. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the school pickup line, they won't acknowledge your existence. But at 10 at night, the same kid drifts into the kitchen for a snack and actually answers you. Not a shrug, a real answer, although it'll probably be short. Maybe they even hang around the counter a minute longer than they needed to. That version, guard down, no audience, that's the real kid. The shrug and the closed door, that's your kid in costume, playing in a crowd that mostly exists in their head. Once you can see the costume, you stop taking it as a verdict on you. It's not who they are, it's what they're wearing to survive the hallway. And here's the twist that surprises most parents. If your teen saves the eye rolls especially for you, that's often a sign that you're their safe place, not their enemy. Kids perform for the world and fall apart at home because home is the one place that audience can't follow. So the moody, closed-off version that you're getting, you're frequently getting it because you're the person that they trust enough to be a mess in front of. The connection isn't gone. They're just underground for a while. Now, I promised honesty, so here's the other side. I said the pulling away is usually normal. Usually, not always. And this next part is the one I want most of you to pay close attention to, because it's the line that I actually use to tell the difference. Normal pulling away is selective. They pull away from you. They're still leaning into the world. They still have friends even though you're not hearing about them. Something still lights them up. A sport, a game, a band, a person. They're still moving towards life. They've just stopped narrating it to you. What worries me is when a teen pulls away from everything, when it's not just you that they've gone quiet with. It's the friends too. When the things they used to love stop mattering. When a kid who had a group is suddenly always alone. Drops the activities that were their whole identity. sleeps all the time or barely at all, and the spark just goes flat for weeks. Not just a bad Tuesday, a pattern. That's not a teen becoming separate. That's a teen disappearing. And those are different. And you can feel the difference in your gut. If your gut is telling you the second one, please don't wait it out alone. Call your pediatrician, talk to the school counselor, loop in somebody who can look closer. In 25 years, I've never once thought a parent was foolish for asking, although sometimes I've wished more of them had asked sooner. So hold both at once. Pulling away from you, normal, healthy, on schedule. Pulling away from everyone and everything, worth a closer look. Your job isn't to panic, it's to notice which one you're actually saying. Okay, deep breath. Here's the answer to that 2 o'clock in the morning question. Will we ever be close again? Yes, but not the same. I won't lie to you and promise you that your 10-year-old will be back who told you everything at bedtime. That kid grew up, and that was the whole point. But the closeness comes back, and I can tell you almost exactly when. It's not graduation. Everyone assumes that it's graduation. The cap and gown, the big emotional moment. It usually isn't. For most families, the real turn is college, or whatever leaving home looks like for your kid. And the reason is beautiful once you've seen it. Remember that imaginary audience, the spotlight that they felt every single day of high school? In college, the spotlight feeling goes out. Your kid lands in a place where everyone is busy running their own life, chasing their own thing, and nobody is watching what they're doing. And the teen who spent 4 years certain the whole world was scrutinizing them finally learns the truth. It never really was. Everybody's just doing their own thing. When that spotlight switches off, the fear that made them hide from you switches off with it. Being seen with you costs them nothing now. There's no hallway full of people who know them. So the kid comes home for winter break and wants to get lunch with you in public on purpose. I'm watching it happen in my own family. My daughter pulled away in high school, exactly the way I'm describing. The distance, the closed doors, all of it. She's in college now, and when she's home on break, she'll actually come find me, sit at the counter, tell me about her week without me having to pull it out of her. Not because I've changed, because she did. Because she finally figured out that nobody was ever really watching. And the person she actually likes talking to was standing in the kitchen the whole time. That's where this goes. I've watched it in thousands of kids at school, and now I'm watching it through my own front door. So here's what I want you to leave with, the thing that changed how I live inside these years. If I were a typical parent watching my teenager get sassy and secretive and embarrassed by my existence, I'd be worried sick. I'd take every eye roll personally. I'd grieve the little kid that I lost. But because I know what I know, I don't. I smile and I tell myself I love my sassy teens. Because I've stopped seeing it as losing them and started seeing it as watching them. Think about the whole arc. The baby who needed you for everything. The toddler who thought you hung the moon. The awkward tween stuck in the middle, and the sassy teen who won't be seen with you at a Chipotle. And then the young adult who comes home and wants to get lunch. Every one of those is your kid. You don't lose the earlier ones. They're all still in there. You just get the rare privilege of watching the whole person unfold in front of you for over 18 years. The pulling away isn't the end of the closeness. It's the season. And it's a season with a job to do. It's the work of your child becoming someone. So you don't have to fear it. You can be curious about it. You can sit back a little and love the sassy, eye-rolling, Chipotle-dodging version too. Because that version is temporary, and honestly, it's a little hilarious. One day you're going to laugh about this. Love your sassy teen. They're not gone, they're just becoming. And if you're in the thick of these high school years and you want a clear-eyed guide to what actually matters, not the noise, the real things that helps your teen thrive and get ready for what's next, I've made something for you. It's called the High School Roadmap Every Parent Needs to Succeed. It's free, it's in the link in the description and pinned to the comments. And it's the exact roadmap I wish every parent had on day one of freshman year. Grab it. And if this made you feel a little less alone tonight, subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from, and I'd love to keep walking through these years with you. I'll see you in the next one.